Waiting for everybody to join us.
Yeah,
So this is fine.
saves me calling Bruce separately.
Anytime.
Yeah. So yeah, so now it's just running. And don't worry for the people that are just joining now. We're off topic. Diane had a question and we're just running this app that I'm showing you, hopefully. Oh, okay. So I don't have any duplicates. So it says no exact duplicates were found, but I have similar duplicates. I have 45 of them, which occupy 27.6 megabytes of my phone. So I'm going to say, okay, and let's look at this. So here's the first set. Now they're saying that all of these are duplicates. I don't think these are duplicates.
They don't know because they're
Yeah.
all the same kilobytes.
The same kilobytes. So if I wanted to, Diane, I could go through this and I don't need this guy, doing basketball, or this bottle of Chanel. This is probably from a music video, or this photo of a glass of water. So I could go through this and check out the things that I didn't want to duplicate, or I didn't need on my phone anymore. I don't need that dress, and go through all this stuff and then hit the trash.
You would normally pick the larger of the files because you'd think it was a better picture, or no?
I would usually keep the largest file.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so I'm just going to get out of this. And I'm going to stop this share so I can say hello. And wow, there's a lot of people. Hello.
Does that app also work on a Mac, or is it only for the phone?
As far as I know, it only works on phones. Yes, Remo Duplicate. It's a great app, and thanks again to Bruce for finding it. So hi everybody. I am excited about this topic because when I download something on my phone or my computer, or I save something, I often can't find it. And I'm usually in a rush. And I want it now, and I can't find it. So pretty much that's what we're going to be talking about today, is how to find stuff on your phone, on your iPad, and on your computer. And it's a big topic. I think Janet sent out the notes. I might have.
Yes, I just sent them out.
Yep.
So if you don't have them, check your email. They just went out a moment ago.
Yep. And if you still don't get them or can't find them, please send me an email and I will send you the notes directly. And my email is super duper easy. It's Janie, JANIEHD. See my little name here? That happens to be also my email with no space @gmail.com. So I will happily send you the notes. So there's Jerry. Hi, Jerry. How you doing? So we are going to find stuff on our phones. And for the people that were here last week, I was having a real difficult time, excuse me, there's something on my screen, sharing any screens with you. But Clore and my nephew Tom in California and I worked on it this week, not for very long. It seemed to work perfectly. So I don't know what was going on last week. It might have been something with Comcast. We can always blame it on Comcast here on Nantucket. So hopefully everything will go well.
Blame it on Comcast down here too.
Oh boy.
Same thing.
Yeah. They're the only game in town here, so we're stuck with them. So I am going to start out by showing you how to find stuff on your Notes app. I'm going to share my screen here. If you've taken these classes, that I absolutely love the Notes app. Have I converted anyone?
Yes,
I love it.
Wonderful.
they're just so wonderful. I just use them all the time to try to organize my life a little bit better. So this is the Notes app. I even have it in my dock. It's the little white square with the yellow top.
Are you going
And-
to talk about how you can, once you've got a note in there, how you can change the title of it? I put my vaccination cards up and I couldn't figure out, and I did Google it. How do you change the title?
I can show you really quickly how to do it on a computer.
Yeah, okay. I mean,
Okay.
I don't want to interrupt, but if it's
No, that
something-
would be a super easy thing. But let me first show you how Notes is set up. So here's the Notes app. I opened it up. And here, if I go back to folders, you can even organize your notes in folders. And so I have 367 notes. And these are the notes that I have backed up on iCloud. I have organized my notes into folders, different folders that are pretty obvious. What, you know, each folder contains many notes. Like, here's a folder that I created. I do this all the time with notes. I will open up, create a new note, and then I will, in Notes, dictate what's in my freezer, just so I know. It really works. It
That's
really,
great.
really works. So these are all my inventories. So, and these are all my notes in iCloud. So I have 367 notes. Now I know that I have pasta as one of the things somewhere in one of my 367 notes that I have written down. How would I find the note? How would I find where my pasta is? Well, pretty obviously, I'm in all of my notes. I
There
would
we
go to this little search and type pasta. And then you can see, well, it's on my shopping list. There's pasta in this recipe I have, 1 pot spinach. I have pasta mentioned in a recipe that Toby gave me. It's also in my pantry. I don't know. Oh, I guess I must have fed pasta to Rowan. That was on her schedule. So these are all the different places that pasta has appeared. So if I wanted to find it in the pantry, I would click here and it would tell me, oh, there was pasta in the pantry December 21, might still be there. So that's,
Jane,
yes.
Jerry, I'm lost. I'm sorry to say that, but I got to notes, obviously, but I don't have anything that says how many notes or whether they're in iCloud or
Okay.
not.
All right, I'm glad you brought that up because you can get lost in notes. You can get lost in any app. Let's say I go to all of my notes. Oh, I don't want to go to this note. Let's see, I'll go to my shopping list. So I'm pretty lazy sometimes. So these are my shopping list things, everything that I might want to buy. I have a method. It's not very apparent, but I have a method. Okay, so this is a shopping list, Jerry, and I don't know where I am. In the hierarchy of notes, I'm completely lost. And this will work for any app. This will work for settings. This will work for anything. When you're really lost in your iPhone, I'm stopping so you can absorb it. When you're really lost in your iPhone, chances are you need to back out. You need to back out or wherever, from wherever you've gotten to. And how you do that is always look in the upper left-hand corner of your screen, and you'll see this little arrow. And this is sort of the standard on any app on your phone. There's this little arrow in the upper left-hand corner that will back you out. So Jerry, and what I want you to do is look for this arrow and tap it. And oh, there's another arrow. I can back out even further. I'm going to back out all the way until there's no more arrows.
Okay, that's where I ended up. I guess the analogy is when
Great.
you're in a
So
hole.
now
stop
we're at the
digging.
same place. So do you have all iCloud notes?
Yeah,
What's your number there, Jerry?
43.
So Jerry has made 43 notes. Do you have anything else down
Well,
here?
under notes itself, I have 42.
Okay, so you have one note that is only in the iCloud and not on your phone. And I don't know what it is, but it almost doesn't matter because if you want to see all your notes, you would go to all iCloud.
Can I bother you to find out one thing?
Now somebody's talking and maybe they're asking a question, but I can't hear you clearly.
I think I'm unmuted, but I wanted to, I'm not sure how you make.
I hear someone very faintly.
Let me see.
Is it Janet?
Yes, yes,
Okay, can you, are you trying to ask me a question, Janet?
yes. I can
Okay,
put it in the chat.
could you face the microphone or get closer to the microphone perhaps?
I think I'm as close as I can get. I'm just trying
Okay,
to
that's
figure out-
better, that's better.
Okay, I just wanted to, I have lots of, like, I have probably 300 notes on mine too. And sometimes I can make the folder and sometimes I screw up making the folder. If it's not too big of a problem, can you just remind us how to make the folder?
No problem. So Janet, can you see my mouse that's wiggling?
I sure can.
Okay, I'm gonna take it down a little further. And that's how you make a new folder.
Okay,
That's how you make a new folder. And I'm gonna move over to the right. That's how you make a new note.
awesome. Thank you.
You can't say anything.
Jane,
live.
my screen showing your screen ends at the word lyrics. There's
Yeah, you have something going on. Whoops, you have something going on. Well, here's lyrics. Well, right under lyrics, if you look at your the shared screen of my iPhone, you will see, oh, you can't see it, but if you open your notes on your phone,
Right?
look down at this lower left corner, you'll see a little folder with a plus sign.
Oh, okay.
And then over on the opposite corner, the lower right, you'll
Okay.
see a square with a pencil sticking in.
Yep, got that.
That's how you make a new note, and that's how you make a new folder.
If I have two notes that I've given the same, the same name to, how can I put them together?
I don't know if you can merge notes. What I would do is I would open them both up and see, and maybe see if one has like, you know, a couple of things and one has like 20 things. And if they are different, and they go together, you can cut and paste and delete the one note, or you can rename them. Which gets me to Alice's question, renaming notes. Now,
Before you get there, I have two different things. I have a new folder, but I also have something called new smart folder. Is there a difference?
well, yeah, new smart folder is where you sort of add criteria.
Oh, so I don't want to
really
pick
use
that.
them. Yeah, I don't really use them, but I think, for
Okay.
example,
Got it.
yeah, I am not totally clear on smart folder.
Okay.
I understand making a smart album in photos where you can search for something like dogs and and it'll go through all of your photo library and pick out all the photos that have dogs in it and stick it in that one folder. Somehow you can do that with notes, but I never, maybe
Okay.
if you wanted to create notes that had the word like Christmas in it, you could do that. You could say, any note that has the word Christmas in it, stick it in this folder.
Ah,
Janie,
But-
this is,
Hello?
this is Julie. Can you hear
Hi,
me?
Ju- Yes.
How do you delete them?
How do you delete a note?
Yes. I don't see anything.
Okay, hi Julie. I'm going to go to all iCloud right here. So I'm going into all of my notes. And I will open up one pot spinach. Oh, is this ever a good recipe? Holy cow. Okay, so if I wanted to delete this note, I'm gonna go up to these three dots. I'm guessing, I'm gonna go up to these three dots and then you would delete it.
Okay, a faster way, go back to where the one pot spinach is.
Done it.
Slide it.
Slide, there it is.
There it
See?
is.
The red
Yeah.
can.
Oh, does that circle? Oh, let's see. I'm gonna click on this one, this blue one. Let's see what it does. Share note. I'm gonna share this note with Julie. She asked the question. Julie, this is a really good recipe.
But I don't have a way to delete them. I'm not finding the same things you all are to delete them, which is interesting. If I go up to the three dots.
Yeah,
I'd like the spinach too, Bruce.
Yeah, I just want the spinach recipe.
Jenny, I thought it
Okay.
said one pet spinach soup, and that concerned me. You have a dog, right?
okay, wait, let me, send me an email and I'll send you a spinach. It is such a good soup. Oh my gosh, we
Good.
had it last night. Julie, so you go to a note and you click on it and you open it up. Oh, I think I know what the problem is. What happens when you go to the three
Found
dots?
it. Got it. Thanks.
Do you see delete or do you see
Yes.
archive?
No, I found the delete. Yes.
Where
thank you.
was it? Was it in a different place? You'll,
I guess I have an older phone, so I went into it and yeah, I had to go into the actual note,
Mhm.
open the, okay, now that time. Okay, the three dot, yes, once you open it and go into those three dots in the upper right-hand corner, it opens a thing where you can scan it, lock it, delete it, send a copy. So,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, if you can
Thank
do
you.
all
If you
this,
delete a
you
note,
can
is it
print it.
gone?
I'm sorry,
If you delete a note, is it forever gone?
I think so. It's, well, if it's in iCloud, it will go in iCloud. There is a folder called deleted items. And if I deleted that recipe, it would be in the deleted folder for 30 days and then it would be gone forever.
So how do you find the deleted folder?
How do you find it? Somebody, I think that was a mumbled question, but you log in on your computer. You log in to your web browser like Safari or Explorer or Chrome, and you go to iCloud.com and on your computer, and then you would type in your Apple ID and your Apple ID password, and you'll see all your stuff there. I'm going to stop this share right now, and I'm going to open up notes on my computer. And I hope you'll be able to see this. Okay, let me share this. I hope you'll be able to see this. Oops. Okay, so here are my notes on my computer, and I'll go to all iCloud. Now, can you see this menu up here that says Notes, File, Edit, Format, View?
No.
Where?
No.
Above here, it says I guess you can't see it. Okay. Let me see if I can do a different share and get the whole screen. I can't do it. Okay, I can't do it. Well, okay, so Alice, this is how you change it. This is going to be hard to describe, but I'm going to do my best. So this is my shopping list. You can see this. What I'm going to do is I want to change shopping list so that it looks like a title, so that it looks bigger. Is that what you mean, Alice?
No, actually, I didn't want to change the whole name, but I'm got my notes up on the computer. And I don't see anything obvious about changing the title, that place.
Well,
either.
oh, how you change the
Delete it.
title, that's super easy.
Yeah.
You'll just click on this
Mhm.
and delete it and then put
Right
in
title.
my.
Can you do
shopping.
that on your phone?
Yes, yes, you just changed the first, oh, Alice, I didn't understand. This is an easy question. You just type in the first line. The first line is the title. But I also, while I'm here, I'm going to click and select my shopping list. And you can't see it, which makes it hard. But there's a menu up here. It says Notes, File, Edit, Format. And under Format, if I click on Format, I can change it to a title.
I'm sorry.
And that,
She's up above. I can't see her.
Can
you
you?
can't see it. You can't see it. It's the Zoom will not allow me to share it.
can-
But if you go to your computer and you open up Notes on your computer, you will see your Notes menu. You'll see the little black apple, you'll see Notes, File, Edit, Format. If you click on Format, you'll be able to change the format to a title or a heading or a subheading or a body.
Okay, if I click on the new note, the note that says new note, the whole thing comes up. I just wanted to change the title.
Well, how you change the title is you change the first line of your note. I will do this on my phone now. I'm gonna share my phone. I'm glad this sharing thing is working, gang.
Yeah, it's great.
You were all so patient last week. Okay, so I'm going to create a new note, and I know Jerry and Alice can't see this, but down here I'm going to create a new note. And the first line that I type in will be my title. So, and I can even change the font this way. I just noticed this. There's an uppercase and a lowercase a. I can make it a title, a heading, a subheading, but I want this to be a title.
So if I've
And I'm
already
gonna-
got a title, new note, I can't change it?
Oh,
Yes, you
yes, you can. You can. Okay, let me open up, let me go to my my one pot spinach rest. Oh, I can't do that. That's a PDF. Let's see.
Garage, misspell garage.
Okay, so right now, garage. Where's garage?
You passed the garage.
There it is.
Okay,
There it is.
okay, so if I want to change this, Alice, this is everything that's in the garage. I'm gonna click right here, I'm gonna tap this. And then I would delete it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, how do we spell garage?
Garrage.
Two R's.
Can't
No.
spell. Come on.
How do we spell garage,
No,
gang?
you had it right.
Is that
Car
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so garage will be the title of my note. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm still struggling with it.
The first line.
Another way to do it is that I just go to one of my notes that has several things in it. You got to have one that is more than one thing. Like I have one called books.
Books,
And
yes.
So I
do
go,
too.
and when I touch on my folder that says books, it opens up. In the very first one, like Janie said, is book. Now, if you want to change that, you just put, like she's showing you, you put the cursor in front of it at the end of after the K and back up and type your new title in. And it works perfectly.
It's a question of where you click, I guess, this is.
Okay, I understand. So I'm gonna type this, books, and I'm gonna put two S's there. So do you see where that blinking line is?
Yeah.
That's the blinking insert.
I can't get a
insert
blinking line.
cursor. So all you do is you take your finger, if, let's say I wanted to move this, there's two ways actually, Alice. One way is you take your finger and you tap on your phone screen right after wherever you want to move it to. I could move it down to the R. So I'll click right there and it will move. But there's another cool trick to moving your cursor. What you can do is you can take your finger and you can go down to the space bar and you take your finger and you hold it on the space bar and watch what happens. Do you see how all my letters disappeared? Okay, I'm going to do that again. Look down here at the keyboard. I'm going to take my finger and hold down the space bar. All my letters disappeared, right?
Right.
Now watch the cursor. I'm going to move my finger up. I can move my finger around the keyboard, the disappeared keyboard, and it will move the cursor. So I can place the cursor exactly where I want it and lift up, and all the letters return.
Yeah, I don't seem to be able to get to the point where I even get the cursor. You can't see the placer on either the phone or the computer, but it's me. No one else has an issue with it, so.
That's mysterious.
The,
Do you have a screen protector on your phone?
Yes,
You do?
That's it.
but I can't seem to do it I have notes up on both places and I can't seem to do it in either place.
I believe it's your screen protector is messing it up. That's what I think.
But I can't do it on my computer either.
Oh,
So Janie, this is
I'll
just.
think about
Alice
that. All right.
Get it.
So I'm going to cancel this. And I just want everybody to know that this search box will find everything you need in your notes. So
Great.
can you, so does everybody understand how cool that is? That's
That
really
is cool. Yes.
Okay, what if I told you there's a way that you can do the same thing on your whole phone?
Bye,
Wow.
Finding
John.
anything on your phone, kind of like the same way. That
Wow.
would be pretty cool too, right?
Awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
So we're going to use this gray search idea to find something on and this will work for your iPhone, your iPad, or your iTouch. And it helps you quickly find anything on your device and on the web. And search also offers suggestions and updates results as you type. Okay, I'm reading my own notes here. Okay, so these are in the notes. So I'm going to go back to my main screen on my phone here.
Okay.
All right, so here we are. I hope everybody can follow along.
Yep.
I'm just on my regular old screen, and it says, the notes say, and it works for me, listen carefully, swipe down from the middle of the home screen. Okay, so I'm going to swipe down from the middle of the home screen. And that's what I got. Now, you may not get it right away because there's sort of like when you're using these gestures, there's a finesse to it. So I find that if I put my finger pretty firmly on the screen and push down, that's how I get it. Is anybody having trouble with that gesture?
oh, working good.
Work for
Good.
me.
So this is the same idea. Tap the search field where it's blinking and type in what you're looking for. So I'm going to type in spinach soup. Oh, you can see already, I've just typed in spinach. I'm just going to highlight this. So right now I'm seeing, it looks like recipes from the internet. This is the Safari symbol. Oh, I misspelled spinach. Hold on. Oh, I misspelled it and it still found it. Spinach. I'm going to just say soup. All right. So this is a pretty interesting result because the first thing that pops up is an email from my friend Toby Greenberg. This spinach beef soup is her recipe. So that's the first thing that popped up. And I think it popped up first because it's the most recent. Let's see what else it found. It found all this stuff on the internet. All these, oh, spinach vegan soup, spinach soup in an instant pot. So this is all on the internet. If I keep scrolling down, these are all things from my email. And then Siri suggests websites that have more stuff about spinach soup.
So it goes into the internet first, and then it goes into your information for the soup.
I guess so. Yeah.
I guess so.
Roxanne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yep.
So you would have to search with different words if you wanted only your recipe. Because right now,
Well, I would not actually know how to do that. So I would do spinach soup. See, I even forgot the word beef, and I would scroll through this whole thing.
and then choose what you want.
Exactly. But what I wanted to make sure everybody understood was how your phone divides it up. What does all this mean? What does it mean? Well, what it means is it first, this is the spinach recipe from the email. Then it goes on the internet because here's the symbol for Safari. That's the web browser. And then, oh, here's mail. I have something about spinach soup in my mail. There's another one in mail. And then Siri gets into the act and says, oh, I have some suggestions too. And so Siri, like, you know, does its thing. And then this is even a shared link. I think I shared it with Bruce or somebody. One pot spinach beef soup. I shared that with someone. And then here's Siri getting into the act again. And then it's even in my notes. I guess I put the recipe in my notes twice. And I could even search in, I wonder if I searched in maps. Spinach soup, it shows where my house is. I don't quite understand that, but that's what it did.
Janie,
Yeah,
I just checked.
Or
Hello, how are you? If you go up to the top again where the search area is, and you
okay,
use
I'm gonna
your
get
mic-
back to search. Got it.
yeah,
Yep.
and you cancel that and use your mic, you can say spinach or whatever it is, spinach soup in notes, and that should come up first.
Let's try it. Okay, Clore says, see this little microphone? You can dictate. So I'm going to try what she said. Spinach soup notes.
So if you do it and say spinach soup in notes, you know, straight away, it should come up first.
Okay, let's try it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the whole thing again. I'm going to dictate it. I'm going to click on this little microphone. Spinach soup in notes. It worked. Cancel. Okay, let me try that again. Let's try something else. Spinach soup in Safari. I didn't do it fast enough. Spinach soup in Safari. Well, I got tomato spinach tortellini soup. Cool. That is a cool thing. So that sort of answers, that could eliminate some of the things for you, Roxanne. Thank you, Clore.
Jane, do you have an equivalent search function on the iMac that you just showed us on the phone? How do you get to that?
Thank you. Okay. I don't know if I can share this part of the screen with you, but I can describe it. Let me just see if I can share this part of the screen. Zoom will only let me share some things. I don't think I can, but I can describe it to you. I'm just going to share my phone here for now. On your computer screen, in the upper, and this is on any Mac at all, in the upper right-hand corner, in the very, very top part of your computer, in the right-hand corner, there is a little tiny magnifying glass. It's called Spotlight. And if you click on that tiny magnifying glass, I wonder if I could share this. All right, allow me to share this. No, I'm sorry, it's not. If you click on that,
There it is there.
it's there. Did
It's
somebody-
just up here. Up in the upper right-hand corner.
Can you see my whole screen?
Yep.
Yes.
I don't know how I did that. Okay, there it is. There is the little tiny magnifying glass. I'm going to click on that, and there's Spotlight. So and this is just an amazing thing. It will search the entire computer. So
That's on the computer, right? Not on the phone.
this is on the computer. Yeah.
I
Spinach
don't have one. Yeah.
and beef soup. So this, it's bringing it up. This is the recipe that my friend scanned in and sent me as a PDF. And this is just a game changer for finding documents. It will even go into your documents. Let's say that you wrote a letter to Aunt Sally thanking her for your brand new shoes. And you started out your letter saying, "Dear Aunt Sally, thank you very much." If you go to Spotlight and you type in a line or two, or even a phrase from something that you remember you wrote, it will find the document, which is a huge, huge game changer. Because I don't know about you, but I will start writing something and then I'll lose it. I'll save it and then I will have no idea where I saved it. So that's Spotlight right there.
Jane, does Spotlight also access the internet like the phone did?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And so Roxanne, I think you use an iPad, is that correct?
Well, I'm watching you right now on the iPad, and I have my iPhone in my hand. Yeah,
So
I don't have.
you don't have to try it, but on your iPad, if you tap it in the center, just like you did on your phone, and swipe down, the same search feature will open up.
Oh, it will? Okay.
Yeah. Yep. On your iPad. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So let's see what else we have here. Oh, I love to go into settings. And so we can change our search settings on our phones. So let's go there. So I'm going to share my phone. Oh, so happy this is working this week. Okay. So, and again, this is in the notes. So you can change the search settings to limit which apps and which results appear while you're searching. And here's how. We're going to go to settings and tap Siri and search. So here I am in my settings. And I'm going to scroll down until I get to Siri and search. There it is. There's accessibility, wallpaper, Siri and search. It's above Face ID and passcode. So I'm going to click on Siri and search. And then you're going to scroll down and select, well, let's stop here before we jump ahead. This says, listen for Hey Siri. You'll notice I have mine turned off. I don't want anybody listening to me all the time. No one. So I it's a matter of privacy. I can push the button on the side of my phone and Siri will come on, and I use Siri, but I don't want my phone constantly listening to me. So I have it turned on. What I have turned on is press my side button for Siri. And I also allow Siri to work if my phone is locked. Okay, so I just couldn't go past that. Oh, also, you can change your Siri voice. I have a British butler, which I really like, bossing him around. And so you can pick a different voice if you want. You can have British, Indian, Irish, South African, American. People are trying it. I'm glad. And this is basically a woman's voice and a man's voice.
Janie, I tried that once and it took a long time for the new voice to warm up and get going. It wasn't an instantaneous thing.
That's right. Thank you. You download your voice. So don't download more than one. Pick one. I think the American comes with the phone here. But I did download the British because I just get a kick out of it.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Hi.
Okay, mute yourselves.
Use.
Hi,
Mute.
I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Okay, maybe I can mute everybody. I don't want. Okay, here we go. So let's keep going down. I don't know where I was. Oh, we're scrolling down to find our apps. Okay, here are our apps. And each individual app, you can select your app. Okay, so here is Act Trails. This is the app that I think the Conservation Foundation put out, which shows all the trails on Nantucket. It's a great
Yeah.
one. Okay, so if I click on this, I can allow Act Trails, the app, and its contents to appear in search. So when I do a search, my phone is going to go through Act Trails and search and see if there's any information in this particular app that I might need. So the default is that these apps are on for search. That's the default setting, as you can see. What I think this might be helpful for is if there was an app that you didn't want for Siri to search through for whatever reason, you can turn them off here. Now, just off the top of my head, I can't really think of a good example of that. Like maybe Airbnb, you wouldn't want, maybe I wouldn't want, for whatever reason, search to go into Airbnb. Right now, I'm not going anywhere, so I'm going to turn it off. So I'm going to go into Airbnb. I don't want it to learn from this app. I don't want it to show up in any searches. I don't want it to be, I'm going to show Airbnb on the home screen. And I don't want it to suggest I don't want Airbnb to suggest anything to me. So I'm turning it all off, but I still want it to show up on the home screen. Does that make any sense?
I guess.
I know it's.
Janie, what do you mean by show up on the home screen? It's an icon that you can click, or is it doing something there?
It's an icon on your home screen.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And then I've also turned Airbnb off. So if I asked Siri, hey Siri, show me some houses I might be able, oh God, it's listening to me. Show me some houses that I might be able to rent on Nantucket. It would not go to Airbnb because I turned Airbnb off to Siri. Oh, my iPad is doing it. My iPad is listening to me, so I'm gonna have to turn that off. Okay,
Janie, how do you turn off Siri on your iMac so it doesn't listen to you?
I would go to settings. I would go to settings. That's a good question. Where's settings? I'm going to stop this share. System preferences. I would go to system Oh, excuse me, my dog needs to come in. Excuse me. Okay. Come on. Okay, let's see, Siri. Oh yeah, there it is. I wonder if I can share this.
Where
Let's
did you go on your system preferences? Which one?
system preferences. I'm gonna see if I can share this. There we go. I can share it. Lovely. Okay. So I opened up my system preferences. It looks exactly the same. It's a gear. And I see somewhere in here is Siri. There's Siri.
Oh, okay.
And if I open up Siri, you can see that on this computer, there is a little box that is unchecked. It says, listen for Hey Siri on headphones. I have that turned off. So voice feedback is on. Oh, enable Ask Siri. So how do I enable Ask Siri? Keyboard shortcut, hold the command space. So I would hold down command and space on mine. You can also have other choices. You can turn it off. There you go. You can hold the option space or a function key, but I have command space, but this is how you would turn it off. Does that answer your question?
Well, I want to be able to use it, but I don't want it listening to me all the time.
Okay. So I would put it so that you hold, in order for Siri to work, to listen, you have to hold down the command key and the space bar at the same time.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, okay. All right, stop that share. All right. I'm gonna go back to my phone here. The next thing I want to show you is how do you find an app? How do you find an app? I have my apps on the screen. With the, I would say about 6 months ago, the operating system that came out with the phone changed a bit. And if you updated, when you swipe your screen, you get, if you swipe your screen all the way from left to right, you will get this, it's like, I think it's called the Today screen or something. And it has all the information that you use a lot. And you can also do search. I'm gonna get out of here. And here are all my apps. And you can see I have created these folders. So under, this is a folder called Space Fun. And this is just something that I created. It was a folder that I created. And in Space Fun, I have 3 separate apps: NASA Selfies, Next Space Flight, and X Launch. And I created this folder, but you can see that, you know, for example, X Launch is kind of buried. So if I couldn't find that app easily there, but I knew that the app was called X Launch, this is a quick way to find an app that's on your phone. You would continue to scroll all the way. I'm going right to left on my screen. And you get to this place called the app library. How you do it again is you're just scrolling. I'm scrolling back the other left to right all the way. And now I'm going to scroll right to left all the way with my finger. And I'm at the app library. And this first screen that you see your phone is using the AI, the artificial intelligence, and it's taking your apps and it's grouping them according to a topic, like social media, utilities, productivity, apps that have been recently added, entertainment, creativity, music, travel. So this is one way. I don't find this very helpful this way. If I'm looking for an app, what I want is I want it to be in alphabetical order. So you can, if you click in, oh, somebody's here. If you click up here, if you tap, I'm sorry, if you tap where it says Apple Library, everything goes into alphabetical order. So if I wanted to find X flight, I could tap on the X, or I could type it in, or X launch. And I could find, oh, there's X launch. And then I could open it up. X launch would like to send you notifications. Don't allow. I don't want those notifications. Access your calendar. Don't allow. I just want to open up the app. And so I guess the next X flight, X launch is tomorrow at 5 p.m. Okay. So this app library thing is cool. Was everybody able to find it?
Yeah.
Yes.
And if I want to go back to where I see the icons organized by my phone, I tap cancel. And that's what gets me back there. Okay.
Jane, is there an equivalent search technique for the iMac?
I would use Spotlight.
Spotlight? Okay. Okay.
Spotlight is a miracle. It's just a miracle. The things you can find with Spotlight. Yeah. Spotlight will find everything.
Instead of Google? Instead of doing.
Spotlight, great question. Google will find everything on the internet for you. Spotlight will find everything on your computer and I think on the internet. Maybe not, I'm not sure about that. So how I use Spotlight is finding files that I can't find that I know I've created on my computer. Google, when you do a Google search, it's searching the entire world's internet. Okay. Okay, and then finally, not finally, but we use all the time, we use settings. We go into settings on our phones. If you've been taking this class for a while, you know we spend a lot of time in settings trying to find out how to do stuff. Now, I'm in settings now, and let's say I wanted to look into my security and privacy, but I didn't know exactly where to look. I mean, this is kind of, information can be really buried here. This is your search. If you're in settings and you scroll down, this little gray search bar will appear and you can type in there and you can say privacy. Okay, so these are all the different places that there are privacy settings that you can control. Content and privacy restrictions, reset location. And what this means is, for example, if I wanted to reset my location and privacy, meaning which apps could figure out where I was.
What does the setting private relay mean? Because mine keeps showing up on my phone when I'm in my car.
Private relay.
If you go up, it was one of the first things that was on this. It's, you had privacy relay.
Well, let's do privacy relay. Okay, reset locate. I don't, where is it? I don't see it.
I have
It
one.
came up the first time when you put in, if
Okay,
you just
let's-
put in, I think it's really called private relay. There,
okay, let's think about this. So private relay, so this is a great example. Thank you. So where the heck is private relay? We don't know what it is, but let's see where it is. It's in something, it's in your Apple ID. It's in iCloud. Okay, so that gives me an idea of what it is. It has something to do with my device communicating with the cloud. But I still don't know what it does. Let's dive in and see if we can figure it out. I'm going to tap this. Okay, so private relay is something that Apple hasn't written about yet because it's in beta testing.
okay.
Now, beta means, and I have it turned off. I'm going to tap on this. Beta means that it's a software that's still being tested out by Apple. And if you want to sort of be like a guinea pig and try it out, you could turn it on. I'm going to click on this. Okay, so this is the explanation of what it is. I had no idea what it was. iCloud Private Relay keeps your internet activity private. Private Relay hides your IP address and browsing activity in Safari and protects your unencrypted internet traffic so that no one, including Apple, can see both who you are and what sites you're visiting.
It's pretty awesome, but when I'm driving, my iPhone comes up with a little message a bunch of times, says private relay not available now. So,
Okay. So that means you can't be protected now.
Right,
And it's
right.
letting you know. Private relay is currently in beta, meaning it's tested. Some websites may have issues, like showing content for wrong region or requiring extra steps to sign in. Because it's in beta stage, it may not work completely great, but you can try it.
Yeah.
Wow, that was great.
Does that mean when they're getting that message, that means they must have private relay on?
Yes.
Yep. I think I turned mine on and then I turned it off. I think I ran into some issues with it. But
Yeah, so you
it
keep
on.
yours off.
Say again?
So you keep yours off, private
I
relay.
do, but
Yeah.
you can turn yours on and try it. I mean, it's helpful to Apple. So that was a great example because that was something we didn't know, but when we searched for it, we could see, oh, it has something to do with Apple ID and iCloud. And sure enough, it did. Just like there's a VPN, that's a virtual private network and device management. What the heck is that? Well, it's under general. It's about VPN, which is like having your own private network, and device management. So you sort of get an idea of what it's doing because it's telling you where it's located.
Thank you.
Okay. All righty. Something else that's pretty cool. Next thing. Viewing files and folders on iPhone. There is an app that may not be on your phone now, but you can download it. It's from Apple and it's a files. And this is what it looks like right here. If you're not sure whether you have it or not, and you want to check, you can scroll all the way to the end and go up to the app library and click in there and look under F or type in files. And there it is. Now, when you download something onto your phone, this is where it goes. It goes into this folder called files. And I don't know about you, but before I figured this out, I didn't know where anything was going. So it goes into this app called Files. And we're going to open up Files. And And oh, Jerry, here's a perfect example. It opened up to my iCloud Drive, but I want to back up. Do you see how even in this app, you get this little arrow pointing to the left? I need to back out all the way until this little arrow disappears. So I'm going to do that. And here I am. So my folder can find my folder of files, can find stuff on my Google Drive, my iCloud Drive, on my iPhone, and look at this recently deleted stuff. And this recently deleted thing, I believe it will keep stuff for 30, well, on my settings, it will keep stuff for 30 days and then it will automatically delete it.
How did you get to the browse thing? Mine won't go.
Okay, you're a little fuzzy. Could you?
How
go
did you
down?
get to that where you are right now?
Okay. Let me get lost again. All right, here I am. All right, here are my documents. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start all over again. I'm going to go to my desktop. Okay, the first thing I did was I found this app Files. This is what it looks like. You may have it on your phone. You may
I do.
not. You do. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So just open up Files. Now, when you open up Files, you don't know where you're going to end up. You may end up at Google Drive. You may end up at iCloud. You may end up on your desktop. You have no idea of where all this stuff is. So that's what I was talking about, this arrow that.
So mine doesn't go to that section. I have above the search bar something that says recents, and on the right, instead of the dots, I have 4 squares.
Do you have any back arrow?
No.
So that means that you are on you're on the equivalent of this screen. Now, what kind of phone do you have?
iPhone 13.
Oh, so it's different and it's up to date?
I think so.
So explain to us what you have on your screen.
Instead of browse in big letters, it says recents. And then to the right.
Scroll down.
Well, what I have on here is all my files. I can't get to.
Oh, okay. Hold on. So let's look at this whole now. Jerry and Alice are going to have trouble with this because way down at the bottom of your screen on your phone, on the left, you're going to see recents.
Right.
On the right, you're going to see browse. Thank you for pointing this out. I am going to tap recents and my screen will match your screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. These are all my documents that I've opened up recently. And I can search. I can do another search here. I can find stuff. Or going down to the bottom, you have a folder called Browse. And it's in the lower right-hand corner of your iPhone screen. If you're in the same place, if you tap that, you will get this screen.
Well, I still don't get that screen.
What do you get?
It still is a group of folders, but the very first one says all with a picture of a person in it. But I do have the 3 dots on the right.
Okay, let's open up the 3 dots.
Now I can do it. It says select folder, scan documents, connect to server, icons, list, name, use groups, but I still.
Okay, so yours looks a little different and this is okay. You have a 13, you have like the most recent phone.
Yeah.
So, and I imagine there are people in the class that have phones that are older, that 6s or 7s maybe, and this may look entirely different. Is there anybody whose phone looks entirely different or slightly different?
Yeah, mine does.
Do you know what kind of phone you have?
Well, I got an iPhone. I think it's an iPhone 9.
Okay,
I'm not sure now.
Janie, I have the new SE, 2 years old, but I think I've got the same screen as you have up. I also noticed that this file folder icon looks like it's a preload with the original equipment.
good. I don't know why I didn't have it on. I remember I had to download this. But I'm glad that
not
it
smart
comes.
enough
with
to
the
do
phone.
that, so that's why I'm assuming it was there in the first place.
Yeah, yeah.
So Janie, I have the 13 and mine looks just like yours.
Okay, so then I'm beginning to suspect that I don't know who's the other person that has 13? Who is that?
Janet.
Janet. I'm suspecting that must have to do with settings somewhere,
Okay,
but I am not that familiar with it.
okay.
Would that be an operating system update or lack thereof?
It sounds to me like, I mean, Janet, do you update your phone?
Yeah, it's on auto update.
Okay, okay. Yeah, good question. And it's just one of those puzzles that, you know, you can go down the rabbit hole and figure it out. But we're gonna keep moving on here. So looking at this screen here, what's pretty cool about it is if you do a search, I imagine it will search everything in Google Drive, in iCloud Drive, and on my phone, and include things that have been recently deleted. But I'm not sure. Let's do a search for spinach. You never know what the theme of the day will be. Oh, I don't have anything. But if I take away the soup, I have spinach squares. Well, that's funny. Let me delete this. Let me go to Google Drive and search spinach. Spinach squares. Huh. I can't find my spinach soup.
Well, you didn't save it in Google, probably, because you were in Google Drive.
Yeah,
and
maybe that's it. Well, let's go to my iCloud Drive and we'll type in spinach. One result. Spinach squares.
Somebody really likes those spinach squares.
So I'm going to cancel this and go back. How about on my iPhone? Let's try spinach. I hope you are exploring. It's the same spinach squares. Beats me.
Maybe it's because it's saved in notes and notes somehow is not in your files.
Possibly. Thank you. Yep. Yep.
Try something else from notes.
Inventory. No results. Okay. Here we go. There we go. But if I go to,
I think it's because you're only looking in your folders.
okay, but I just typed in, I began to type in iPhone. I know I have a ton of stuff about iPhone and iPhone classes, and look at all the stuff that I found. So I think you're right.
Yeah, but see where you're finding it? Oh, you're finding it on Google Drive.
Yes.
But these are folders,
Yeah.
not necessarily from notes.
Yep. That's great. That's great.
Is it Notes an app?
Yes.
You froze, Janie.
I don't think she can hear us.
Yeah. She's not moving anything either, so.
Oh,
Jane?
Maybe send her a text or something.
Maybe her dog spilled some milk or something.
That's funny.
There we go. I just sent her a text. Let's just do.
Is she going to be able to get back in?
I don't have her phone number to call her, but she hasn't picked up my text.
Did you send her a text?
I sent her a text, but she may be
Okay,
so busy.
She'll get it. Yeah, she'll get that.
Yeah, unless we call her. Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing. When the text is just popped beep, and she'll be able to look at it. Phone call, she might not be able to pick it up because she has the computer, she has the phone, but the text is good. You can read it without touching anything.
Okay, we'll see.
Maybe the dog touched something.
Perfect for me to change the kiddos.
I'm so sorry. Okay,
There she is.
I'm back.
There you are.
But
You're back.
I'm on with Janet, and Janet is making me host again. I just got kicked off. So let's see.
That was more than 45.
Jerry was calling me. Let's call Jerry.
No, I just calling to wake you up.
Oh, no, I got kicked off. And
Oh,
Janet,
no,
That's the host now.
yeah,
No,
Janet's-
Jenny, when the teacher's out of the room.
Janet had
that's
to
what happens.
Janet had to pull over.
Hi, I'm
Janet,
here.
thank you so much. I don't really know what happened, but you know.
Oh, so strange. I'm gonna make sure someone else didn't try to start a meeting or something, but hold on, let me make you host.
Okay. Thank you.
And I
We're
will
having
mute-
so much fun.
I will mute myself. You carry on and I'll see if I can figure out what happened.
Okay. Thank you, Janet. You're the best.
All right. Call
Thank
if you need anything.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Okay. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for hanging in. And let's see, where were we? Where were we? Well, does anybody have any questions?
I have one question. I did not get the email with the notes.
Peter, okay,
yeah.
send me an email,
Okay.
Janie HD, just like my name there, Janie HD, no space, @gmail.com, and I'm going to send you the notes.
Okay, thank you.
And
Jane, I
anybody
got
else?
mine just before were they coming out very close to the class time today?
Janet, yes, Janet,
Okay, well, no recrimination. but
Janet, yep.
I did get them. Thank you.
Yeah, good. Okay. Is this generally helpful, finding?
Yeah.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
it.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so we found an app, we found a setting, so we found an app. How we found an app? We found a setting. We went to the Files app.
Janie, the real great thing about the files is that if you've saved any documents in iCloud, Word documents, Excel documents, you can actually read those on your phone and access them directly from your phone.
That's great. Yeah. And I can see how that would be helpful if you were out and about and just had your phone with you. Yeah. So in the file, so I see that I'm going to go back to files. Hopefully this will work. All right, so in files, we can change the view of how these files look. And we haven't even looked at these three little dots. The circle with the three dots always means more. There's more stuff you can do. This arrow means you're backing out to the beginning. These three dots mean there's more stuff you can do. So you can change the way your files appear. They can be, you can see them in icons or you can see them in lists. So this is a list view. And then I'll go back to icons. This is an icon view. I think I kind of like the list view better. And then you can also change how they are sorted. You can sort them by kind, or you can sort them by date, meaning the most recent files are up on top, or you can sort them alphabetically, which I think is a pretty cool thing. If I sorted these by date, this would change. So the last thing this is finding is something that DuckDuckGo, something that happened in DuckDuckGo in January 22. And then the dates go backwards.
Jane, Chair, I have a different, I'm not with you. I think you got ahead of me there, or I failed to follow, but I have browse, and then under that subsection, locations and iDrive, phone, et cetera, but I don't have.
You
this
don't have this circle? Okay. So
I had the circle. When I hit the circle, it said scan docs, connect to server, or edit.
okay, you're in the browse
Yeah,
screen.
okay,
So what I want you to do is to open up, for example, open up iCloud Drive.
okay,
Tap iCloud Drive.
yep,
Now click on the three dots and you will get three different things.
oh, okay, that's a big list, okay.
Yeah. So again, you could create a new folder. You could scan documents. You could connect to a server. You can see your list of iCloud Drive as icons or list. You can organize them by name, by the kind of document they are, or by the date, or even by the size. Now, if you were trying to figure out, if you're trying to make space and try to delete the biggest stuff, this size thing might be pretty cool. You can see, well, what's the thing that's taking up the most size? For me, it's music and images. But again, you could just pop up here and change it to however you want to organize it. I can see how that could really puzzle somebody.
Janie, this is Julie. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So I found my COVID vaccine card in this files folder where I never knew it was before. So if I create a folder, how do I actually move that into the folder? Somehow it just.
So it's in files.
It's in files.
If you open it up.
Yep.
Got to figure out how you
I
can
think the
find
easiest
out
way
where
to
that
do it is on your
is.
computer if you have it.
How about going to the COVID card or whatever it is, and then swipe left and pin it and move it, and that would put it up in the first ones you open every time. The pinned ones, that show when you open your notes, the ones that you pinned are right at the top. I've been really using that a lot. I didn't even know what
But
that was.
she's not in notes, she's in, so you're in,
Files.
Julie, you are in the app files, right?
Correct. That's somehow where these downloaded when I downloaded them from the state website.
Okay, I'm guessing. Take your, so go into files.
Yes.
And here we have American Chop Suey. Oh, I stopped the share. Oh, no, I didn't. Here it is. Okay, hold on. Okay, I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to take my finger and hold it. I'm just going to use American Chop Suey, right? I'm going to hold it down here. All right. Now, did you get a message that says get info, rename, compress, duplicate? Did you get this?
Yes.
Okay, let's get info about it. Tap get info. All right. So what I see about this,
Oh, it says I can move it. Maybe I can.
you
move
have
it.
move, we'll move it
Yes.
to, what are your choices for moving?
Well, let me see. So further down on the screen where it started with get info, there's a whole list of options like duplicate. Let me see what it says about
Okay.
moving it. Okay.
Oh, move it. Yeah, move it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move this. And now I get to pick where I want it to go. So this is telling me it's in my desktop. But I think I'm going to move this maybe on my iPhone. Now I'm talking to myself, guys. I'm just figuring this out as we go. There's no place there I want to put it on my iPhone. Trying to figure out.
How
Maybe
about
in documents, go to documents.
Documents.
Yeah, and then you can put their files in your documents.
Ah, photos. Well, that's where I would put, you know, if it was a COVID thing, I might put it in photos. This is American Chop Suey, so I'm going to put it in recipes. And then, Julie, make sure you tap move or else it won't go anywhere. When you figure out where you want it to go, tap move.
Giving me very limited options. It's giving me options to put it in something called keynote, numbers, and pages. So I don't know. I know it's under files now, so that's okay. I know where it is. So
do you have the option to copy it?
it does let me copy it.
How about copying it and then go back to notes and paste it into a
Paste
note?
it.
Right. All right. Let me give that
Bruce,
a try.
that is awesome.
Let me give it a try.
What a fabulous idea. Now that's using your head for more than a hat rack. Now, I'm looking at the notes here, and we saw that if a file is big, like for example, this song is huge, I could well, right now it's in the iCloud. You can see it's not on my phone. It's in the iCloud. It's so big. I don't want it in my phone. It's just up there. But you can also, some of the choices that we had here were, we could also compress it, which condenses the file itself and makes the file smaller so it takes up less space. So you can duplicate it. You can take a quick look at it. You could download it, which I don't want to do because it's so big. And you could share it. This is a way that you could send it to someone. You could share it with somebody, or you could delete it. So this more, oh, let me see. I hit download and I didn't mean to. Hold on. Get rid out of here. I kind of forget where I was.
Maybe I can just ask you another question.
Sure.
I feel bad. This is Janet. Somehow I got to the browse that has the 3 dots and whatever. I was playing around with it. But how did you get from there to where you just were?
Hold on, let me find files.
Sorry.
Back into files. Let me go into documents. Well, I opened up a document.
Okay.
Looking for something that I can use. Catch a 4-leaf clover. All right, I don't know what this is. Oh, I just opened this. I'm in my iCloud Drive. If I go to the dots, well, see, now I've kind of lost where I am.
That's okay. That's all right. I'm trying to figure out how to get to that page and I still.
This particular page?
Yeah.
Okay, remember that down at the bottom, you have 2 choices.
Yeah.
You have browse and you have recent.
Yeah.
Are you in browse?
I am, and that's how I got the 3 dots, but I still can't get to, maybe I'll just have to Google it and
Okay,
find
I
out how to
think
get
I
to it.
understand. So if you're in browse
Mhm.
and you will have, well, I have Google Drive, iCloud, and on my iPhone.
No, that doesn't show up in mine. I have iCloud Drive on my phone, shared, recently deleted.
Okay,
favorites.
it's basically the same screen. I mean, we have a few different things, but that's,
I guess I just don't have Google Drive, which is weird because I do have Google Drive on my phone.
well, you just don't have it connected to this thing.
Okay.
And that would, you would do that in settings.
Okay.
But if you clicked on iCloud, so these 3 dots in this page, these 3 dots are going to give you different choices. Connect to
Yes.
server and edit, right?
Right.
But if you go into iCloud Drive, you will get different choices.
Right.
Because
Well,
you're-
but that page doesn't come up to me. Select new folder. How did you get that?
Okay. You said you had iCloud Drive?
Yep, I went to that when you did.
Okay, you tap that. What do you see?
A bunch of folders.
Good. Okay, so click on these. Do you have the circle with the 3 dots?
Yep.
Tap on that.
Yep.
And these are all your choices. What do you see?
Okay. Yeah, it starts out with select new folder, scan icons. It's pretty much the same.
And this is just how you organize what you're
right,
seeing.
right. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Sorry.
It's okay. All right. So we have a little bit of time left. And I'm going to stop this share. And I want to share these notes with you, I think this is the best way to do it, this last part. Things on the internet. Here we go. I want to share this.
Jane, can you leave time to give us a twin report?
The twins, yeah. Well, they're a month old. They are a month old, and they're seeing things now, so it's pretty cool. Their eyes have kind of started to work, so it's pretty amazing. Okay, so these are little tricks that you can use when you're doing searches on the internet. This is like a Google search or DuckDuckGo or any kind of any web browser. So when you're searching for things, and I know Roxanne and I have talked about this too, sometimes when you search for something, the first search term you look for doesn't actually work. For example, in the notes, it says, to you try to use unique and specific terms. For example, you might be looking for dolphins, or you can specify it by using the term blue dolphin. You'll get a huge amount of responses. But if you can continue to refine your search terms, you're going to get closer and closer to the things that you're really looking for. Then
Does the minus work on both DuckDuckGo and Google search?
yes, they do. They're standard things. So if you use the minus operator, it narrows down the search, and they use the word caterpillar. So there's the insect caterpillar, there's the caterpillar company, and so you can use the minus. If you're doing the insect caterpillar, you could type in caterpillar, and then where you would have incorporated, you would put a little minus sign first, no space, and then put the incorporated thing. And it will eliminate all of the hits that it finds for Caterpillar Corporation. You can also use quotation marks, like just when you're typing in, we could even use spinach beef soup. If you used quotation marks around that search, spinach beef soup, you wouldn't get spinach squares. You would only get soups that were called exactly spinach beef soup. And that's by using quotation marks around what you're searching for. And when you do searches, sometimes, like especially if I'm doing a search about a computer issue or a problem, like the photographs will not load on the iPhone. So you're not, it's good to leave out the little words, the words that are called stop words, for example, like the and a. So, so if photographs wouldn't show up on your iPhone, I might type in photographs, iPhone, don't appear. And you'll get much more specific, good answers phrasing your search that way. Capitalization. Most search engines do not distinguish between uppercase and lowercase, even within quotation marks. So all of these words are equivalent. Doesn't matter whether they're all uppercase, all lowercase. However you type it in, it's not going to make any difference. And that's the same way with your email addresses too. Uppercase and lowercase do not matter. With passwords, they matter big time. But with your emails and your searches, it doesn't matter. So it's usually best to enter the base word so that you don't exclude relevant pages. For example, bird and not birds, or walk and not walked. So there you go. And maximize autocomplete. Ordering search terms from general to specific in the search box will display helpful results. So when you're using Google, for example, and you're typing in something that you're searching for, look down at the little box that opens up, because very often people have already phrased what you're looking for really perfectly, and you can go down and select that autofill, that autocomplete that's already been done for you.
Jerry, is there a distinction between AI upgrades, which are going on multitudinously all over the place, and the iOS sort of upgrades for your operating system? Are they two completely different worlds? And it seems to me the AI thing might be constantly changing. You really aren't aware what's going on, other than you can expect it to happen. but it's not something you have to load onto your computer hard drive to get the benefit of.
I was trying to turn this down. I can't get the. volume.
Artificial intelligence is built into your operating system. And
made
that's
the
done
bed,
by
but it didn't
Apple.
put the,
Oh, somebody needs to maybe mute.
Coverlet in yet. I think it's like
Um,
a two-person job maybe.
I know there's some way that I can mute everybody.
Are
Google
they
does
doing
it.
it now?
Oh, somebody needs to mute. Let's see. Okay, there we go. That's a tricky question. I think it's artificial intelligence is built into your operating system of the phone, the one that you update. It's also built into, like Google does it for their auto suggest. I think it's like everybody's using it. It's like new technology and everybody's developing it and everybody's using it. I don't know if that answers your question.
Well, I think
exactly.
it's a ubiquitous,
Yeah.
continuous change. But when you say you access it through your operating system, do they go to something that generates the optimal everything for everything? I wouldn't think so. So it's just, I don't understand. Let it go. It's a complicated interface. I want to say between this and the global search function really made the whole lesson today very valuable.
Good. That's good. That is good.
That's true.
Google autocomplete, customize your searches. So in the notes, I actually don't have time to do all this stuff, but at the very bottom of the notes, there's all these little details that you can use. Like you can use the plus operator, which is the plus sign. And so you can, and there are examples that are given in the notes that will help you. I think if you really want to refine your search skills, you're going to want to look at the bottom of the notes that I sent out. I think that's the best way to share this information with you. Otherwise, I think it'll be a little tedious. But I think that's it. But I'm here for questions if anybody needs any questions or got lost, completely lost.
I'm trying to turn on Google autocomplete. How do you do that? I've been fooling around with it since you mentioned this. I'm in Google.
Okay, so go to settings.
Uh-huh.
Let me
Go
get
to my settings.
well, in your Google settings. Okay, I'm going to try to share this. Let's see if it will share. There we go. All right. So here I am. So this is my photo of my dog's nose. Right here's Google.
Yep.
I'm going to click on this.
Okay.
And what you would do is go to manage your Google account, maybe.
Google account, turn on incognito, delete, password, read aloud. Okay, it's not in this list.
Okay, I am going to go to support, help, let's see. Autocomplete. I know I've seen it somewhere. Where, go to edit autocomplete. Go to settings via the 3 vertical dots in the top right corner. Then addresses and more. This question is locked. Oh, okay. They're talking about autocomplete for addresses for your contacts. Let's see. Manage your Google account. Well, Bruce, I'm going to write that one down and we'll find it because I know I've seen it. Turn off autocomplete. Turn it off.
Okay, thank you. I'll keep looking.
Yeah. I mean, if you were going to search for that answer for that question, well, I'd say Google Turn on auto.
I found it under Safari.
Yeah.
There's an autofill there.
Yeah, where is it under Safari?
Let's see, I went under settings and into Safari, and if you just keep scrolling down, under general, it has an autofill section.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yes. So right now I'm in Safari, so that's where I would go. If I was using Chrome,
Right.
that's where you would go, Bruce. Are you using Chrome or Safari?
Safari,
Okay, so Julie found it.
and I go auto fill,
Autofill. Yep.
okay?
Okay, I see it. Yeah. You go to Safari. You
This
go
is in the apps, under settings, you go all the way down to Safari.
On your computer. I'm looking at it on
Oh, you
my,
got to do it on your computer. Okay.
but it would be the same on your phone too. So you would go to Safari, you'd click on Safari, you'd go to preferences, I think. And then you would go to autofill. You would find autofill under something, maybe websites.
Find it.
Autofill. Oh, I see it. Yeah, it's right there. Yep. It's a topic. So let me see on, and it's checked. All right, let me share my phone with you guys. And we'll find it on the phone.
There it is. I see it.
Okay, so if I go to settings on my phone, here's settings.
Okay,
And I go down to Safari, I'm guessing.
here it is. Okay, Safari.
Oh, there it is. Yep. And Safari suggestions is on, search engine suggestions is on. Autofill, there it is.
Okay, there.
I
yeah.
see.
Click on autofill. And I have use my contact info, my information, I have my credit cards. So I don't have to fill in all my numbers, but I always have to fill in my 3-digit special code.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Julie.
Cool.
Thank you. Now, this autofill, is this going to autofill like when I'm starting to type porcupine and I get to P-O-R-P, it'll finish the word?
I think so. Let's see. I'm going to search. Let's see.
When I was just trying to find this, there's something also called autocomplete. Maybe that's what I'm thinking
That's
of.
what, yes, that's what you want to, yes.
Okay, so now I go back to
Yeah,
settings.
autofill. Yeah, autofill is if you're filling out a form.
Oh, yeah.
It asks for your name and address and credit card number. That will autofill all of that information in for you on the form.
Okay, and autocomplete is the one that finishes. And where do I find autocomplete, do you think?
Well,
Under-
let's use our find thing. Let's see if we can find it. Auto. Oh, look it, we have auto correction, auto capitalization. Okay, I'm just going to do autocomplete. Well, what do we want? We want to do it for Safari, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I would go, I'm going to cancel this and I'm just going to go back to Safari and find it.
Oh, nice.
Siri and search.
187.
Suggestions. I think it might be under, this is, if you go into Safari,
Okay,
all right, go to Safari. Oh, I just lost Safari.
There it is. Just went by it.
There it is. There it is. And go to Siri and search.
Okay,
And I think show app in search, show content in search, suggestions. Show in app. I think if you turn these on, now I could be wrong about that, but that's one thing you can turn on. Search engine suggestions is on. I think this is where you turn it all on and off.
I was thinking about putting like $50,000 into a 6-month CD.
Autofill.
Yeah.
If somebody needs to mute.
See what the interest rate is, see if it's worth tying it up, then you don't have access to it during that period of time. so.
Yeah, but
There we go.
Jane,
Lot of
is there a privacy or other issue with the autofill function? Is that something that somebody could get that type of information from you for nefarious reasons, or an artificial filling out form that is used improperly?
I'm not absolutely sure. But that's a good question. Autocomplete, autofill, is it a security risk? And I'm writing that down. That's an interesting question. Question mark. So I'd like to, that's a good question that I'll look into for you, Jerry. Yeah. Okay.
okay, I just did Google autocomplete, and it said it's a feature within Google search. So it wouldn't be Safari. How auto predict, how to accept, how to reset, how do I turn on autocomplete? From the control panel, search this search engines, click search features on the man, click on the autocomplete.
Well, maybe you could get back to, or did somebody else find something?
I did find something, Janie, on my phone.
Yeah.
If you're in Google and you have the 3 bars up on the left and you click on them, you get into settings. And in settings, you get to that.
Okay. Yep.
Which is autocomplete with trending searches. There.
Autocomplete with trending searches, show popular searches, do not show popular searches. Yes.
Okay, so I'm in Google and I'm looking for what?
All right, let me back out. So I am actually, what's confusing about this is I'm in Safari. I have to back out. But if I go, but I'm in the Google, I'm surfing with the Safari browser, but I'm in Google.
Yes.
I went to the Google website, right? There are
Yes.
these 3 lines right here. You click on those 3 lines and then you go down to settings. And then if you go down to not very far, autocomplete with trending searches. You have the choice of show popular searches, which has always worked for me because people tend to ask the same questions over and over again, or do not show popular searches. That was great, Clark. Good job.
I haven't found it for Safari.
I think, okay. Well, that'll give us something to do.
Jenny, what's this dark theme that you went by? I just noticed it there.
Dark
turn.
I think, do you want Google to appear with bright light colors or
Okay, so
dark?
it's a lighting thing. It's not
Yeah,
something
it's like a
nefarious.
display choice.
Vampires are coming out of your TV. or-
Yeah. Or evil, yeah. Okay. Woo. Anything else, guys?
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
All right. Well, it's great to see everybody, and if you have any questions or if you find any cool stuff this way, please let me know. I'd be very interested in knowing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Thank you.
And I hope everybody has a great week. And I think we have one more class scheduled for May and June. I'm looking for new topics. So if anybody has any suggestions or ideas, just send them to me in an email. I'd love to hear from you.
Great.
Okay,
Jane.
thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Yay.
Have
Yay.
a good one.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. Much
Thanks for sticking
appreciated.
with me when it disconnected.